We are live here at QFest after the fantastic screening of Birthday Cake, and I am here with Chad, who is the actor, the writer, the producer, the director. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Now, that's quite a laundry list that I just gave off. I'm curious, how do you manage that? How do you kind of play all those roles and put all those hats on?
For me, it's easier because I don't have to report to anybody. So I can be writing at 3 o'clock in the morning and not have to check in with the director. And it was actually a lot easier, and I'm starting to do that with all my projects. I'm not doing as much acting in all of them. The next thing that I'm doing is X-Rated, which is the Joey Stefano biopic. Okay. Philly boy. So I'm directing and I'm writing and producing that. And that's hopefully we're shooting in November. But it's just easier. It's actually a lot easier.
Yeah, I would guess so. Speaking of Philly, I know this is your second film fest for this film. How the Philly audience has been treating
awesome.
you.
I was like, I couldn't wait to get here because you guys are the hardest audience in the entire country. It's like when I was here last time, because you're just brutally honest.
Yeah.
And that, as a filmmaker, that's what you want. You don't want, I love your film, it was so good. I mean, you want people to come at you and be like, I hated this moment. Great, well, thank you. It's done. But I was so excited to be back here, and I was really a special one to test that song out. There's a song that Jillian Badler sings in the movie that's very offensive, but fortunately they laughed, they even clapped. So it was. No, I love Phil. See, you guys are just so brutally honest.
Exactly, yeah. We can do dirty things, right, and applaud at them. Absolutely. The movie's obviously a comedy. Very, very, very funny, but there's this extremely interesting relationship with you and your mother in it. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Helen and I met on Judging Amy. I was the extras casting director on Judging Amy, and that's how we met. And she's a director. She's doing a lot of television directing as well nowadays. She was in a movie called Desert Hearts years ago, big, iconic lesbian movie. And so I contacted Helen and asked her if she'd be a part of it, and she said yeah. She read the script, loved the script, and so that's why she agreed to do it. She actually flew herself in to do it from Canada. She was working in Canada. I think she's directing Revolution? Is that the movie with the TV show with the power goes off? Revolution? So she's doing Revolution now. I wanted to do a scene. The scene in particular that we're talking about is a scene in which Dan's past is finally brought up from the mother. She exhumes everything, and he's always blamed. He's told all of his family and friends that he was thrown out of the house when in reality he turned against his family, and he didn't give them the time to process and deal with it. And he came from a religious background. So I didn't feel like we'd ever seen that before on film. And I think it works because for a lot of gay men of a certain age, they've never had that conversation with their mothers, and it was very cathartic for them to see it. And I've also had people who have seen the scene who are straight, who've had family members that have had similar situations, and they will just sob through the scene because they wanted their mother to have the words to talk to their sibling and couldn't. So hopefully it's a scene. And it's interesting, today I woke, when I was here last night, we screened, it was like, it went well, the screening went well, but I was like, something kind of felt off about it, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and it wasn't the audience. It was just something kind of felt wonky about it, everything. And I took a nap earlier today, and when I woke up, this voice in my head literally said, you didn't make a gay movie. And I sat up for a second, I'm like, I'm totally marketing this movie wrong. I mean, I'm happy to be at a gay film festival, but I realized that I actually made this movie. Rib Hillis even has 2 lines in the movie. Gays were just like you. He's talking to a straight audience. Yes. And I realized, dude, you didn't even realize that you're in the wrong festivals, So, I mean, it's definitely a film festival I think gay people enjoy because they're seeing representations of themselves as parents and as married and dealing with their families. But I realize and I hope that this movie gets out, and I hope that gay people share it with their straight friends who don't understand gay marriage. Yes. Don't understand adoption or don't have that sort of process with the coming out of a child with a parent. I hope that it gets spread to those people as well.
Absolutely. I know there's one of the lines towards the beginning that's a modern-day fairy tale, and that's, I think, so it's empowering, I think, as gay people to have that relation. Absolutely. Chad, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.